carry for Christian McCaffrey. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Purdy to throw it on first down. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. From 17 yards out. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Isaac Yiadom picks it. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Eric Saubert, 51 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carry.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Purdy looking to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to add on to that lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up. I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And not a great decision to bring it out there as he's tackled just beyond the 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings, a 14-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Out to his left. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the 49ers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out.
Oh, an ill-advised throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Carr now to throw. Rolling to his left. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. That play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 61 yards. And the 49ers just continue to roll. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Moody good with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now the first play in the drive there is incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by Olave. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Carr. It's brought in by Wilson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Carr steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 56 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Kamara, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. They'll roll him out right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 2nd and 7. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 65 yards.
And the Niners are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point try now for Moody.
And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Carr going to throw. And now here is another interception. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the 49ers have got it on cruise control. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
Shedding defenders at the 15.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Saints again ready to go on offense.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw his Carr. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Nick Bosa. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because The entire game, he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Keep in mind they can still get a 1st down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Carr's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here with a visit.
Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Saints going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
That'll give him 8 that time. 3rd and 7 now.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Nick Bosa
giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And my goodness, another interception.
It's Jair Brown who's got it.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Purdy.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ricky Pearsall
from 13 yards out.
And the 49ers take and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Here's Carr. On the move to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their own 43. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
Forced out to his left. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. Here's Purdy. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at it.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns.